Hello everybody, Ian Robson here, and welcome back to Valley East, USA. Alright, what comes going on today? If you recall from the previous episode, we planted some plum trees, or placed some plum trees at the very least. And as I mentioned, this little guy right here, this Massey Ferguson 698 would be a perfect tractor for a little bit of an orchard. And also, if you remember, we picked up the trailer associated with it, this little guy right here. Ooh, actually that needs 90 horsepower. How powerful is that tractor? Ooh, that might be a problem. I didn't even think about that. We might have to downsize the trailer. Didn't even think about that at all. I don't know if it'll be a problem. We'll find out. We'll find out. The other thing I mentioned that I would like to do is, as you can see, with $30,000, that's from selling the corn, as I mentioned I would do off camera. One of the things I want to pick up is a truck. Now, I do have a few vehicles that would work in this in this situation. One of the ones we have is a Chevy Silverado 3500 HD. That's a bit of a bigger truck, which I did a mod spotlight on not too long ago, actually. We also have Dodge Ram 2500. That could work as well. Dodge could technically work. The Ford King Ranch is probably one of our better options. But this truck right here, this is a test truck that came out. I believe this is based off of Offspring Gaming. His channel. I believe this truck is based off it. It's a bit cheap, but we're going to go ahead and buy it anyways, just so I can show you what it's like partially, and also just so you can see the truck itself. So this is a Ford test mod, it's considered. I believe this is the one that's based off of Offspring Gaming. So let's just check to see license plate. FS 2013. So maybe it's a convert then. I'm not sure where. Maybe it is a convert. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is where it is. It is an F350 and kind of a cool truck. I like it because it is actually appropriately sized, which is nice. One of the problems I had with that 3500 HD was the fact that it was a slightly larger than necessary, truck. If you compare it to like actual trucks, it was a bit huge, let's say. Let's see here. We need to go west and then south. Okay. Whoa. Wrong direction, apparently. So yeah, this is the truck we're going to use for our hauling. It's powerful enough to do that, and it should also be powerful enough for most other activities on the farm. I know some of you guys are Chevy guys, some of you guys are Ford guys, some of you maybe Dodge, GMC. What other ones are there? Anyways, there's a few of them. There's a few different companies you can choose from, but this is the one I happened to go through because this was the mod that I discovered that was a nice mod. It really is one of the nicer ones. I think originally this Hillsboro thing wasn't supposed to be in this truck. I think it's actually supposed to be a... what is it supposed to be? I believe it's supposed to be... what is it supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be fuel, if memory serves. At least that's what the Offspring Gaming one is. I was actually watching a review of the Offspring Gaming truck not too long ago on, I think it was King Paint, but the King Paintball channel. He was doing a review on it, and one of the things that he noticed about the truck was the fact that it actually had a problem with the, I think it's the AO texture. He didn't say AO specifically, but I believe that was the problem that he ran into. So. But it was a nice trailer, but it did definitely have problems with a couple things. So, as you can see, all our bales are just sitting in the field for the time being. Not much we can do about that at this particular time. Actually, I really should take this trailer all the way over to field number 14, where the Massey Ferguson is. I think that's what we'll do. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention. I think that's what we'll do. Normally, if I was playing as realistically as possible, I would be like, oh, I didn't hit anything right there, but I hit it. Everyone plays a little bit differently, right? So I know some people play really realistically and try to do everything as realistically as possible, and that's their thing. It's not my thing. I play somewhat realistically, like, but if I was playing realistically, I'd probably be driving a lot slower on this road. But, oh well. I'm not too worried about it. I try and do a little bit of a blend of, some realism and some kind of fun stuff, so just to make sure. One of the nice things is this truck can really book it. Does 118, which is really nice. So there we go. Give this over to the Mass Ferguson here. There we go. And one other thing we want to pick up from the shop, so in case we do any kind of hauling in the future, is the PJ Professional Trailer. This guy right here, the PJ Low Profile Flat Deck. This is a really nice trailer, actually. So what we can do is we can sell anything we need to sell. So for example, if we needed to sell... Well, that's actually a really expensive... Holy macaroni, that's a really expensive plow. Anyways, if we needed to sell the plow, for instance, we could do that, so... Anyhow. Oh, we do have a little bit of plums right now, apparently. We have 5% plums, which is good. So what we're going to do in this episode is I think we're going to progress time a day forward and maybe buy some sheep, maybe? Not sure. What would you like to see? Would you like to see sheep or cows? I know a couple people said animals, so actually maybe we'll start with his chickens. I think that's what we'll start off with. One of the nice things about this truck actually is it seems to slide a little bit, but not a crazy amount. Like some trucks, you'll take that turn like I just did there, and it will slide like there's no tomorrow. Like it does a little bit of drifting, but you have to remember, like I'm doing, I don't know, 70 kilometers around a turn. I probably shouldn't be doing 70 around, so it does, slide appropriately, is what I'll say, which is nice. And it is a gooseneck, does have the gooseneck capability, which is also nice as well. So if you like doing a little bit of hauling, it's kind of cool. So, but that Hillsborough, now that I'm looking at that Hillsborough thing, that's supposed to be sitting in a truck bed, and it's definitely doesn't fit very nicely, as you can see. It appears to be out of place just a little bit. So, well. Can't win all the time, I suppose. It's funny, sometimes if you want to remove specific things from mods, like I was trying to remove something, like I was trying to move a trailer hitch like this from one mod to another mod, and normally that's not a problem, but sometimes what happens is the hitch itself is like modeled into the actual frame of the body, so you can't just remove that one part. It's like the whole thing is part of it. So look at that, it's even got a little section if you're handicapped. It has handicap parking spots, I just noticed. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's pick up this PJ trailer, and this should be good. Oops, wrong direction. Oh no, that was the right direction. Or was it? Oh, apparently it's not hooking up for some reason. Let's see if I can't get it properly. I'll be back in a sec. That's strange, it didn't hook up it from the side, but it's fine right there. Weird. Anyways, there we go. This is the PJ low profile trailer. You can get these trailers on American Eagle Modding. One of the nice things about it is, let me just show you real quick. So if you want to put bales on it for whatever reason, you can have the, I guess this side would be better. You can have the tailgates up, or the ramps up or down, just like that. It's pretty cool. So if they're up, it's a straight flatbed. If it's down, of course, it's a you got ramps. So it's pretty nifty. I like it. I don't use them as often as I should, but just the way it goes. In reality, probably you couldn't use this trailer for everything. I'm not sure what the hauling capacity of an F350 is. I want to say it is maybe 20,000 pounds. No, it's gonna be more than that. I don't know. I don't have a truck, and I don't do any towing at all. So I really have I'm really not sure what the towing capacity of certain vehicles are. There we go. But it is a cool little setup. Admittedly, like I said before, the actual truck itself is a little bit on the cheap side in terms of actual price, but we'll call it a used truck. How about that? In reality, it's easy to change if you really wanted to. If you wanted to make it more realistic, you could easily change the price of a vehicle without a problem. Not difficult at all. You just go into the XML and it's like done. Anyhow, there we go. That's that. Finally picked up that trailer. I have nowhere to put it now. Let's put it behind this bale trailer here, just for the time being. So it keeps it out of the way, at the very least. There we go. Take a nice wide turn there. Perfect. And we'll leave it just beside the fence here for the time being. Nice. I don't know why it didn't hook up before. That's really odd. This is also a nice little runabout as well. So if you're looking for a truck to drive around the farm, for example, it's kind of nice too. Like I said, it does go pretty fast. Let's take a quick little peek at the seed tender prices, because I mentioned I would want to do that. I am fairly certain it's out of my price. 50,000? Yeah. I need 150 horsepower. Yeah, that might be out of my price range just a teensy bit. Alright. Jeez, that's terrible. So what we're going to do is going to progress time one day, like so. Of course, I was using the fast forward mod, which is one of Upside Down's mods. For those people don't know. There we go, nice and sunny again. And let's hop into this small little Massey Ferguson here, and let's see how many plums we have. Actually, we don't need to. We can just check right here. 70%. So each tree has a certain amount of plums, and you harvest them daily, which is kind of cool, kind of unrealistic as well. But I like the concept of it. It's something different. You don't normally get to harvest plums in the standard game. This is done with the UPK mod, of course, which is a mod you need to get for quite a few different mods, actually. If you want to, let's back this up a little bit more. Oh, is this a tractor that can't use this? I bet it is. Well, that's annoying. So, if you recall the problem right at the starting of Farm Sim 15, high hitches. Does anybody remember that problem? Yeah, that's what this is right here. So this tractor only has a low hitch apparently, and I suppose the hitch on this tractor itself is a low hitch only. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. So that tractor is not very helpful for that particular trailer, so let's hop into the truck and we'll use the truck for this. I don't know. I remember that problem right from the start. Like, that was one of the most ridiculous problems ever. It was like, really? I can't attach this trailer to this tractor? And like, people from Europe were like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm like, really? I'm like, I've never heard of that problem before. I think it's a European thing, if memory serves. I don't know. Stranger things have happened though, right? So anyways, we'll collect some plums and sell some plums and see how much money we get for them, and we'll go from there. If we're lucky and we make some decent coin from it, it's got a bit of a power slide once you hit like a 70-80 kilometers an hour. Yikes. Are we heading in the right direction? Kind of. Yeah, has a bit of a power slide once you hit a certain speed. There we go. Another one of those water things right there. Nice. What does that say? Low shoulder. Well, be careful about that. Jeez. Wouldn't want to slide off the shoulder. Anyways, so what we'll do is we'll come down to this area here, collect some plums, and see how many we end up with. So we have, I think it was 11 trees I think we had in the end. And, oh my goodness, I just realized this. Look carefully. Look carefully. See if I can do it. Look carefully right here when I hit the gas. There's actually an RPM gauge right there, and this looks like a picture just placed over it. I just realized that. That's a bit of a possibly not the best designed truck. Anyhow. Alright, well, I guess we might use this truck for plums as well. Wasn't my original intention, but it'll work, I guess. In reality, if you were in Florida or something like that, you would probably have a truck doing something like this. Alright, so we have enough horsepower, or should do at least. So the way this works is you just come over here and with your trailer, you just drive underneath the tree. And if I come over here and look in the trailer, you should see plums right there. Now these are in plum boxes, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. And you can do the same thing with every single trailer, or every single tree, sorry. You just drive up beside it, and what will happen is it'll slowly unload into the trailer, which I think is the coolest thing ever. This, honestly, like, the UPK mod adds so many capabilities. I know Dirt Tibbers did a review on it a while back, and it's hard to understand the possibilities that the UPK mod allows, because it really opens up a lot of doors. Like, in this mod, like, for example, I'm able to collect plums, take them to a person in, a vendor in the game, and they can create plum jam with it. Then I can take the plum jam and sell it for a higher value. Like, that's pretty impressive considering that's all done in Farm Sim, though, right? Like, you have to admit that it is one of the cooler aspects of the game, and that's one of the things I really love about Farm Sim. What do you love about Farm Sim? I'm curious. Let me know. Leave me a comment below with what you love about Farm Sim. I think that's one of the coolest things about Farm Sim, is just because it opens up so many doors, so many possibilities of what you can do with it. Like, if you want to, you could have just forestry in it, which is pretty cool. If you want to, I think there's a few maps that you can even do fishing related stuff in it, so like raising fish, and I don't think you can do anything past just raising fish, I don't think, but it's pretty impressive. Like, there's a map with a mining possibility as well, so very neat. Now, we're going to go ahead and sell these plums. So we have 4,200 liters of plums, which is pretty good, actually, when you think about it. And we'll see how much money we actually get from this. I'm not actually sure. Luckily, with the changes they've done to Farm Sim, we can actually tell. Can we drive straight there? Oh, we can. Oh, that really is a low shoulder. Holy smokes. Luckily with Farm Sim, or the new changes to Farm Sim that they made a while back, it'll actually show you how much money you make from it. And that was a little change. Went under the radar for a few people, but I noticed it and I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. There we go. As you can see, there's corn planted in there again, because we can only plant corn and the sugar beets. So right now there's corn planted there. So I'll have to wait till that's ready to go once again. And if you look down by the Dairy Fresh area, that's where our drive through some corn, apparently. That's where our facility for selling the plums is, so I'll meet you there. Alright, so just arriving at the location. So if you look carefully on the map, there's this is down the southeast corner, and this is the area where we can sell our plums. It is the does it have a name? Oh, it does have a name. This is the Herman Hewer Germischwalden. It's like it's a shop. That's all I got. So this is where you sell them. So it gives you the prices of the different things. So we are looking for what is it called in German? So that's the one down full. This is all in German. Oh no, there it is. Plum. It has right beside it. Pig, cow, calf, lamb. You can sell calf and lamb here. I didn't realize that. Lettuce, tomato, cucumber, carrot, onion, potato, olives, pig, peaches, grapes, plums. There we are. Beflam. So it's $1 a liter, I think it looks like. So let's go ahead and sell our plums and see how much we get. Based on what I see, it should be quote $1 a liter is what it looks like. So oops, that was a bad turn. Let's see if we can't get it all. Nope. All that space, and we decided to make that little tiny turn. Alright. There we go. And let's just back up in here. Oh, look at that. Fancy backing up. Oh, starting to lose it. That's not too bad. One thing I realized, it's not the end. It's difficult to back up with these dolly trailers, I discovered. In real life, apparently it's really easy. I've never done it in real life, so I don't know how easy it is. In the game, it's not. It just takes. You have to go. You can do it. It just takes a lot of extra time. There we go. which is the reason why I'm not a huge fan of them, because it does take a heck of a lot of time. Really? There we go. So let's see, we're at 5,700. Let's see how much money we make from this. And the survey says... Oh, it doesn't show it. 5,700, so is a $2,000 from that. So that's one of the cool things about that. Oh, and then actually you sell it there and I guess it sells over time. Interesting. That's kind of cool. And what you can do as well with this mod is you can get other placeables. So instead of selling just the plums, I believe you can sell the plum jam, if memory serves. Let's see, does it have in here? You can sell beer here as well if you want to. Salt, sugar, milk, plum. Does it have jams? No, not here. But you can. There are other places where you can sell jams. So you can sell flour here, which is kind of cool. So one of the buildings is a mill that breaks down your flour to make it. Grapes are worth a lot apparently. I should have grown grapes. Yogurt's worth even more. Anyways. Alright folks, that'll be it for me for today. What I'll do is I'll progress time a little bit off camera. And with that progression of time, maybe we'll have some more activities to do. We'll see how it goes. What would you like to see next on the farm? Some hauling maybe? Let me know. Leave me a comment below. And until next time folks, that's it for me for today. My name's Iain Robson. Let's just turn this truck off real quick. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015 coming at you from Valley East, USA. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button. I really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.